Today, September 7th, God says this message is only for you. Archangel Michael has ordered you to open this right now, not tomorrow, not later, but now. Because something is already moving in the unseen, something is already shifting in your direction, and the moment your eyes fall on these words, a spiritual gate is opening. The enemy tried to close it, but heaven has decided it cannot remain shut. A surprise is coming, and it will not wait until you are ready, it will not wait until you feel strong enough, it will not wait until you feel worthy. It is arriving because God has declared this hour as yours. You have felt it in your chest, a stirring that you cannot explain, a trembling that seems to hover around you when the room is quiet. That is not coincidence. That is not anxiety. That is the sound of wings brushing against the air around you. Archangel Michael has been standing near your door, waiting for the exact moment to release this message into your spirit. He is not whispering softly today. He is not suggesting politely. He is commanding you, open this now, for what is written here will alter the path of your life. To delay is to allow darkness a foothold, but to obey is to see the chains snap in an instant. God says, you have been walking with a heavy silence inside you. No one knows the weight of the thoughts you carry, no one knows the depth of the questions you whisper into your pillow, no one knows the secret battles that claw at your chest when the night feels endless. But heaven knows. Your name has been written in light across the courts of heaven. There are angels assigned specifically to guard the story of your life, and they are not idle. Even now, as you read, they are setting things in motion that will make sense only when the knock comes at your door. For yes, your person is planning to appear before you, and they are not coming empty-handed. Hidden in their hands is something wrapped in destiny, something wrapped in secrecy, something you never thought would reach you in this lifetime. Do not let doubt poison this moment. The adversary will try to whisper, it is impossible. No one is coming. Nothing will change. But God rebukes those lies. What you thought delayed was actually preparation. What you thought was rejection was actually protection. What you thought was silence was actually the sound of heaven arranging the details of a moment so holy, so surprising, so unrepeatable, that you will fall to your knees when it arrives. Archangel Michael has leaned close to declare, do not miss this. You have cried enough tears in the waiting. The time of waiting is folding into the time of seeing. There is a reason this message found you today, not yesterday, not tomorrow. September 7th carries a seal in the spirit, and you are standing directly inside its circle. Every breath you take now is inside that seal. Every word you read now is inside that seal. Every beat of your heart is resonating with heaven's decree, it is time. No thief can break this seal. No envious eye can block it. No curse can stain it. The only thing that could shatter it is your unbelief, and that is why Archangel Michael has been sent to shout with urgency, do not skip this. Do not scroll away. Do not minimize this. Drink it in, for it is the voice of God rising through the fire of words. Your person, yes, the one heaven marked for this season, has been restless. Their nights have been haunted by dreams they cannot explain. Their hands have been itching to hold something that belongs only to you. And what they bring will not be small. It may look hidden, wrapped, even concealed in their hands, but what they carry is weighty in the spirit. It is an answer, it is a key, it is a reversal. It will cancel what was written against you. It will restore what was stolen from you. It will open what was slammed in your face. God says, "You have been asking me for proof. Proof that I see you, proof that I hear you, proof that I am not blind to the nights you thought of giving up." Here is the proof. You are reading this in the exact moment that Archangel Michael sounded the trumpet over your house. The sound did not come to your ears but to your soul. That is why you feel a shiver running down your arms, why you sense the air around you changing. That is why your heart races even though you are sitting still. It is the vibration of heaven telling you, child, it is real. I am near. I am not done with you. I am not late for you. I am right on time. The hidden thing in their hands will undo the curse of delay. The hidden thing in their hands will silence the voice of mockery. Those who laughed at you, who called you foolish for hoping, who said you were forgotten, they will bow their heads in silence when they see what you receive. You will not need to explain yourself. You will not need to defend your hope. The evidence will be placed in your hands, and it will speak louder than your words ever could. And yet, God warns you gently, do not let pride rise in you when it comes. Do not let fear choke you when it comes. Receive it with humility, receive it with trembling, receive it with thanksgiving. Because this is not merely a gift, it is a divine transaction. Something heaven has been storing up for you is about to touch earth through this person's hands. Do not despise the vessel, even if you doubted them before. Do not question the timing, even if you thought it should have been earlier. Simply open your hands and receive. Archangel Michael says, this message carries weight beyond words. I have stood guard at your threshold. I have battled demons that wanted to snatch this moment from you. I have silenced serpents that hissed lies about your worth. I have cut cords that tied you to delays. Now I tell you, the fight is almost over. The knock is near. The hidden gift is closer than you think. God says, you will recognize it not by its wrapping but by the peace that floods your chest the moment you see it. You will not need to analyze it, you will not need to argue with yourself about it, you will simply know, this is what was promised. This is what was whispered in the dark when no one else was listening. This is what your tears watered in secret. And now it blossoms before your very eyes. This is not coincidence. Thought for 23s. I am speaking to you now because today, September 7th, is not like other days, and I have set it apart for something only your spirit can recognize. You are not reading these words by accident. You are here because I drew you here with a thread of light that stretches from my heart to yours, a line that cannot be cut by noise, fear, or delay. Hear me, Archangel Michael orders you to open this now because the moment you have prayed for is at your door, and I will not let you miss it. I saw the heavy thoughts that tried to keep you in bed, the low fog of worry that tried to settle over your morning, the voice that told you to postpone hope until tomorrow. I silenced that voice long enough for you to notice me again. I have been near you in the breath between distractions, in the quiet second when your eyes closed and your chest lifted, in the place where your mind has not yet named me but your soul already knows. Stay with me now. Let each word be a step toward the door I am opening for you. You have asked me for a sign that cannot be misread, a sign that does not vanish when the phone rings or the street gets loud or someone else's anxiety spills into your day. I am giving you that sign now in language simple enough for your heart to trust. What is coming will surprise you for good. What is coming will not be bait or trap or echo of old disappointments. What is coming will be my kindness wearing the face of timing, wearing the fragrance of answered prayers, wearing the courage that you kept alive when no one applauded you. I have watched you learn the slow art of waiting without bitterness, the steady discipline of not cursing the seed while the soil is still dark. I have counted the nights when you folded your fear and set it aside like a garment you refused to wear again. I saw the way you chose gentleness even as your edges ached. I called that holy. I call that beautiful. This is why the path in front of you is changing shape today, why a door you tried before, and found locked, now shows a sliver of gold at the seam. Listen closely. There is someone who has been circling your thoughts and walking the perimeter of your memory, a person who carries both comfort and confusion in your story. They are planning to appear at your door soon, with something hidden in their hands. I am telling you this not to stir alarm but to steady your heart, to prepare your discernment so you can receive what is yours without losing yourself to what is not. You have carried too many burdens that did not have your name on them. You have kept too many storms company that were not assigned to you. Today I want you to learn the grace of opening without surrendering your truth. The hidden thing they carry will test your first reaction. It may be a folded letter where the ink learned regret, or a small box where a promise is trying to find its voice, or a key that unlocks a place you once called home, or a photo that tries to rewrite a memory that hurt. Do not be frightened by the unknown shape. What is concealed in their hand is visible to me, and I am already standing on the other side of your threshold. Nothing enters your space without passing through my knowing. Let this assurance be a shield over your breathing. I have asked Michael to stand near your doorway today, not as a spectacle but as a quiet insistence that you are not unprotected. His presence is a line in the sand, a bright boundary that speaks to every spirit of confusion. You may not cross here. When the knock comes, you will notice that your heart does not leap into chaos like it used to. You will feel the calm of someone who has already been briefed by love. You will answer not from panic, not from the old script that begged to be chosen, but from the new voice I have been growing in you, steady, clear, and tender with yourself. Do not rehearse the conversation before it arrives. Do not spend strength you need for today on stories that may never be said. I have placed the right words on your tongue for their right time. When the moment stands before you, your mouth will be filled with sentences that carry both mercy and spine. You will know what to ask. You will know when to listen. You will know when silence is not avoidance but wisdom. This is my promise: you will not betray yourself to keep someone else comfortable. You have feared that the surprise would be another mask for loss, that opening the door would mean opening old wounds, that hope, once again, would leave you holding an empty bowl at midnight. Hear me. I do not set traps. I do not dress abandonment in bright paper. I do not ask you to drink poison and call it patience. I am your Father who leads you beside still waters after desert miles. I am your Maker who knows how to time the rain so the roots do not drown. I am the keeper of your breath and the author of days that do not repeat the curse. Today, September 7th, I am writing an amendment into your story. The clause that said, "nearly," is being struck out. The footnote that said, "not for you," is being erased. The margin that said, "be small to be safe," is being folded back and replaced with the truth: you are allowed to be fully present in your own life. You are allowed to take up the space your purpose requires. You are allowed to receive affection without suspicion and say no without apology. Your worth is not a guest in rooms others rent. Your worth is a home whose builder is God. You have wondered whether this person's arrival is my doing or their impulse. You have asked me in whispers if the past has truly been transformed or if the same storm is coming toward you wearing different shoes. This is your clarity. I have been working on hearts you cannot see. I have been turning the key in the small locked rooms where people hide from themselves. I have been softening the ground around truth that was buried too deep. I have been aligning events in a choreography that protects your peace while honoring what is real. Trust me to manage what you cannot witness. If the one who knocks comes bearing repentance, I will make your discernment quick and your compassion clean. You will not confuse forgiveness with forgetting who you are. You will not confuse reconciliation with erasing your boundaries. You will not confuse welcome with surrendering your voice. If they come bearing manipulation, you will recognize it before it finishes its sentence. The old hooks will not find purchase in you. The pattern that used to pull you under will find no water to swim in. You will close the door with love that is not naive, and the echo of that closing will sound like freedom. Do not rush to label the surprise as either everything or nothing. Let it be what it is, one moment in a sequence I am directing, one door in a house with many rooms. Your life is not a single conversation. Your healing is not a single afternoon. Your joy is not a single gift. I am training you to live rooted in a rhythm that does not panic at transition. I am teaching you to carry a steady light through corridors that others hurry down with nervous hands. I am making you into someone whose presence is an anchor, whose gaze tells the truth without tearing, whose laughter breaks a curse of scarcity in the room. Today you will feel a subtle lifting, as if someone opened a window in a house you forgot had windows. That is me clearing the air of old vows, silent oaths you made to survive, sentences like, "I will never trust again, I will always be too much, I must shrink to be loved, I am safest when unseen." Each one is losing its hold. Each one is being replaced by a new sentence with my signature on it. I am loved and I am wise. I belong and I am discerning. I can open my hands without losing my crown. I am guided. You may notice small confirmations threaded through the day like beads, a song you needed to hear playing from a window you pass, a number that keeps appearing when you are about to doubt, a stranger's kindness touching the exact bruise you did not mention, a message that arrives the moment you choose peace over panic. These are not coincidences thrown like crumbs by a random wind. These are my fingerprints pressed into the ordinary so you can recognize that heaven is not postponing your life, it is participating in it. When the person you are thinking of steps toward your door, you will see that I have arranged the moment with tenderness for you. If they carry apology, you will notice the difference between performance and truth. Truth will not rush your answer. Truth will not demand you erase yourself. Truth will not rebrand chaos as passion. If they carry a gift that is meant to bind you, it will feel heavy in your hand, you will know this weight is not love. You will not accept chains wrapped in velvet. If they carry a gift that honors you, it will feel like breath returning, you will know this ease is peace. You will not reject blessing out of habit. Prepare your space with intention. Open your windows. Tidy what your soul is tired of tripping over. Lay down the words you want to remember, gratitude, clarity, courage, where your eye will find them. Drink water slowly, not as if you are guilty for needing it but as if you are worthy of nourishment and time. Move your shoulders and let the old ache go. Place a chair where light touches it. I am not asking you to perform holiness. I am inviting you to inhabit dignity. I know what you fear, that choosing yourself will mean losing love, that standing tall will make you hard to hold, that joy will paint a target on your back. None of this is truth. You do not become unlovable when you are honest. You do not become unsafe when you are bright. You do not become proud when you accept what I am offering. Humility is not pretending you are small, humility is remembering who made you and moving in that remembrance. Walk like someone who knows their Maker, gentle with others, faithful with promises, firm about the shape of your peace. If tears come today, let them. Tears are not evidence that faith failed. Tears are proof that your heart is alive and not made of stone. I have no interest in building shrines to Stoicism. I am here to make your heart a place where love can live without mold, where memories are cleaned and sorted, where future plans are allowed to be beautiful without being brittle. Do not apologize for feeling deeply. Your depth is not a liability. It is the well I draw from when I send you to water someone else's thirst. There is work to finish, yes, and doors to answer, and calls to make, and meals to cook, and bills to consider. But do not let the details steal the crown of this day. You are not a list of tasks. You are a living poem I am still writing. You are a lantern I am placing in a window that faces the road so travelers find their way. Even your ordinary gestures, folding a shirt, sending a message, washing a dish, can carry the quiet authority of someone who knows heaven is near. I am repairing your history with timing. What took years to break will not take years to restore when I breathe on it. What you thought was wasted will become compost for gardens you cannot yet see. What left a scar will become a map that helps others find healing faster than you did. I do not romanticize your pain, but I refuse to let it be the final author of your narrative. Watch how I touch what hurt, and witness how it learns to sing without erasing the truth of what happened. You have asked me about justice. Trust me to be just without making you hard. I will not forget what was taken. I will not overlook what was hidden in the shadows. I will not call broken promises whole. Yet my justice also knows how to restore without reproducing harm, how to recover without leaving you smelling like smoke. You are not tasked with avenging yourself. You are invited into the rest that comes from knowing your defender does not sleep. When the knock comes, and it will, pause and breathe before you rise. Put your hand over your heart and say quietly, I am held. Invite me into the moment with a simple thought, and you will feel the ground under your feet. Open the door with your spine straight and your eyes soft. Look at the person fully, not as a threat you must decode but as a human I made, carrying choices they must own. Let them speak. Listen for what is honest. Ask me, even in the middle of their sentence, what is true here? I will tell you. I will nudge your attention toward details that matter and away from the fog of drama. If you must say no, say it clearly, not cruelly, like someone setting a vase upright before it slips. If you must say yes, say it slowly enough that your soul can walk beside the word. If you must ask for time, ask for it without apology, because wisdom often needs a night to settle. You are not a hostage to anyone's urgency. Your pace is not rebellion, it is stewardship of your life. After the door closes, however the conversation goes, sit with me for a few minutes. Do not rush to interpret it as victory or defeat. Let peace be your interpreter. Notice where your body is calm and where it is not. Lay your hand there and breathe my name. I am meeting you in that exact place. If you accepted a gift, set it on the table and bless it. If you returned a gift, bless your courage. If you simply stood and spoke, bless your voice. This is how you keep the moment holy, not by dramatizing it, but by noticing me in it. I am not only preparing a door-knock surprise. I am arranging other goodness to converge on your days. News you have been waiting to hear will now travel without delay. The favor you needed from someone who forgot you will remember your name. The opportunity that avoided you because you were still healing will find you because you are ready. Your nights will begin to rest you again. Your mornings will begin to greet you instead of test you. Even the way light falls in your room will feel like a conversation between heaven and your skin. You are not late. You are right on time for your own life. The detours taught you languages your destiny will require. The pauses strengthened muscles you did not know you had. The closed doors prevented harms you may never fully learn. If you regret seasons you stayed too long in, place that regret in my hands now. I can redeem the stretch of a timeline as easily as I redeem a broken heart. Watch me make years serve you. You asked for a sign, and today you will have more than one. Watch the little kindnesses that reach you. Notice the timing of the message, the glance of providence at the crosswalk, the small provision that arrives before you ask. These are the embroidery at the edge of this larger surprise, reminders that I am not just a god of grand gestures but of precise threads. If you ever doubt that I see you, look at how intimacy shows up in details, a phrase you needed echoed by someone who did not know they were speaking to your ache, a color that carries memory, a scent that tells your nervous system it can unclench its fists. I speak to you like this because I trust you with tenderness, because I see how you handle the fragile things of others, because I know you will not hoard goodness but will turn it into hospitality. When this day's grace finds you, do not hide it. Let your face be honest about what peace feels like. Let your decisions speak quietly of hope to those who are afraid to want again. Let your gentleness announce that my strength is not loud. There are people who will step out of their own private storms because they watched you hold an umbrella with dignity. You and I are not done building together. There are dreams you set aside because survival took both hands, and I am returning them to you in forms that feel possible. There are projects that once felt too bright for your room, and I am expanding the room. There are sentences you wrote and never said aloud, and I am sending you the listeners who can hold them. Do not measure your future with the ruler others used to shrink you. Break that ruler. I am giving you a horizon that isn't skittish. If you feel small waves of fear rising as evening approaches, remember this: fear is not your guide, it is only a guest who has stayed past its welcome. Offer it a chair outside. Give it a glass of water and a blessing to leave. Invite courage to come inside and set the table. Courage is not volume, courage is consistency. Courage is you telling yourself the truth and walking the truth one step at a time. Courage will be enough for the knock. Now breathe and hear me clearly, this message is just for you. Do not rush to explain it to those who cannot carry what you carry. Some things are most powerful when kept in the secret place until they flower. I am not hiding you from the world, I am letting you root deep so that when the bloom comes, it will survive the wind. There will be a time to speak, and I will nudge you when it comes. Until then, let the quiet hold you like a shawl. So, open immediately, not because I am threatening you, but because delay steals softness from moments like this. Open because you asked me to meet you and I have. Open because trust grows by use. Open because I am writing beauty into your day and I want you to touch it while it is warm. Open because you are ready. Open because this is not a trap, this is a turning. When you have opened and the surprise has done its work, whether it brings a gentle closure, a healed beginning, or a quiet reassurance that you were right to choose peace, sit with me again. I will gather the loose threads and knot them where they belong. I will bless what needs to stay and release what needs to go. I will pour oil on the places that still ache and lift your gaze to the stretch of sky that has been waiting behind your ceiling. I have loved you through every false start and halfway hope. I have loved you through every night you counted the hours and found them heavy. I have loved you when you thought survival was all you were allowed to expect. Now I want you to flourish. I want you to laugh without checking the door. I want you to trust your sense of safety like a muscle that remembers. I want you to walk into rooms and bring weather with you, the climate of kindness, the atmosphere of clarity, the temperature of calm. Today, September 7th, is my handwritten letter slipped under the door you are about to open, the one that says, in every line, I am here. I am here when you wake and when you worry. I am here when you choose and when you change your mind. I am here in the hidden thing in their hands and in your decision about it. I am here in the quiet that follows, in the work that continues, in the joy that multiplies, in the peace that lingers like a soft garment over your shoulders. Do not try to skip this. Not because I will love you less if you do, but because I love you enough to tell you that skipping will only loop you back to the same intersection, and you have already traveled enough circles. Step forward. Open. Receive. Release. Breathe. Bless. The holy is not far from you, it is in your next honest moment, your next gentle boundary, your next brave yes, your next faithful no. Archangel Michael has already taken his place. The light at your threshold is not imagined. The timing is not a trick. I have set this surprise within reach so that when you touch it, you will recognize my fingerprints on your life. You are safe to hope again. You are safe to open the door. You are safe to be loved without losing yourself. And when the day is finished and the night comes soft, you will discover that the quiet hum inside your chest is not fear preparing for the next battle but peace practicing being at home. That sound is me. That steadying is me. That rest is me. Sleep knowing this, you did not miss me today. You answered. You opened. You were faithful to your heart. I bless you, I guard you, I go before you, and I sing over you in a voice your bones can hear. The surprise I send does not wear a costume, yet it arrives covered, because the world you stand in is loud with opinions. I am shielding this moment until you open the door. When you do, let patience go first. You do not need to answer immediately, you are allowed to breathe, to look, to measure, to let wisdom draw its lines upon the scene. I will be in your pause. I will be in your silence. I will stand between the space of their hands and the center of your chest, and nothing that is not meant for you will cross that space. Remember this, peace is your boundary and your inheritance. Keep it. You have walked past many promises that did not materialize because people used big words to cover small character, and you blamed yourself for believing. I never mocked you for hoping. Hope is not your flaw, it is your signature. I am healing your relationship with expectation so that your faith does not limp into the future wearing a bandage of cynicism. Let me remove the splinters of disappointment one by one, do not pull away when the memory stings. The wound is closing differently this time, cleaner, deeper, stronger, because the medicine is truth, and I am truth, and I will not dilute myself to make you more comfortable for a minute only to leave you weaker for a year. There are words that must be spoken today to unhook you from old sentences that try to loop around your throat whenever you taste new air. Hear me, you are not too late, you are not too much. You are not too broken, you are not an accident waiting to reoccur. Your slowness was ripening, your silence was scaffolding, your tears were irrigation. The ground under you is not a trapdoor, it is a threshold. Step. Even if your step is small, the ground will move like a river to meet your foot, because I am aligning paths around your obedience. What others called coincidence, I call orchestration. What you called survival, I call training. What felt like wasting time, I call preparing oil. You will not need to perform to be chosen in this season. Your value is not a production. It is a presence. I am not building you into an actor who must keep the crowd entertained to be kept, I am revealing you as a home where good things live. The person at your door will sense it. Their heartbeat will change because they will feel the room tell a truth to them. Here is someone I cannot manage with tactics or flatter with noise. Here is someone who cannot be bought cheaply because they have paid for their peace with nights of wrestling and mornings of surrender. That recognition will do more than your defenses ever could. Let it. I am not asking you to be naive. I am giving you a sword made of quiet. Your yes will be sharp, your no will be luminous, your maybe will be a gate that does not swing unless I touch it. You will not apologize for guarding what I gave you. You will recognize the difference between apology and repentance. You will see the gap between someone who wants relief from guilt and someone who wants release into truth. Do not despise small fruits, but also do not decorate rotten roots. You are not obligated to house what injures you simply because it knocks politely. Some who hurt you were themselves afraid of blessing because blessing requires honesty, and honesty felt like judgment to them. Some carried stories planted by jealous tongues. Some were simply tired and careless and mistook your heart for a disposable thing. I am not rewriting history to make wrong things right by pretending they were never wrong. I am redeeming it by making you strong without making you hard, by making you wise without making you cold. You will stand in the doorway and remember how it felt to be underestimated, and you will choose dignity over revenge. That choice will unlock a chamber of favor you have not stepped into yet. Archangel Michael is stationed to keep the line clear. He is assigned to the perimeter of your life today not because danger surrounds you, but because my promise attracts attention. Where I place brightness, moths gather. Where I set a table, uninvited voices try to sit. But hear me, the guest list is mine. I will not let the seat meant for hope be taken by suspicion. I will not let the chair meant for joy be occupied by chatter. I will not allow the cup meant for your future to be filled with yesterday's dust. Michael does not come to frighten you, he comes to announce that you do not need to fight for what is already secured. The hidden thing in their hands, do not imagine always jewelry or paper or apology. Sometimes the hidden thing is a confession wrapped in humility. Sometimes it is a key wrapped in risk. Sometimes it is a question, will you let me be new where I once was careless? Sometimes it is proof they have honored boundaries when no one was watching. You will know the difference because I will train your ears to hear the sound of weight. Light words sound like empty boxes. True words thud softly, like earth receiving seed. Listen for the weight. The weight will steady you. I am rerouting resources to your name. Where your efforts felt like smoke vanishing, I am compacting them into embers that hold heat through the night. Opportunities you thought were closed will write back to you unprompted. Messages will find you that you did not draft. The project you almost buried will receive oxygen as if someone opened a window and a strong, kind wind walked in. Keep your tools ready. It is not pride to prepare, it is partnership. I am not giving you a harvest to admire only, I am giving you a harvest to inhabit. Pay attention today to numbers, to times, to small repeats that seem meaningless. I speak in echoes when your mind is crowded. A phrase you overhear will walk beside you until evening, a color you notice will appear again in a different place, a smell will pull a memory into the light so you can bless it and let it go. These are not superstitions, they are threads. Tug them softly, and the cloth of your day will reveal a pattern. I am not a God of confusion, I am a God of coherence. I stitch what you thought was random into a garment that fits you exactly. There is forgiveness in this message, not as a performance, but as a path. Forgiveness does not excuse, it releases. It is how you remove the hook from your own spirit so you stop dragging someone else's storm across your future. You may forgive and still choose distance. You may forgive and still require fruit. You may forgive and still say, "Not on this side of my door." Forgiveness is your freedom to keep the light on without inviting mosquitoes. Extend it because it is good for your lungs to breathe air not perfumed by resentment. Your body will thank you. Your sleep will deepen. Your mind will regain long attention that stress tried to break into fragments. I am exposing the quiet lies that have lived rent-free in you, that you must always anticipate the worst so it won't surprise you, that any joy is suspect, that love is a game of power disguised as kindness. These are not your beliefs, they are old alarms stuck in the on position. I am turning them off. You will hear silence where there used to be ringing. You will notice birds again. You will taste your own food and realize you had been eating scarcity with every meal. Abundance is not noise, it is a clean floor and an open window and laughter that does not apologize for taking up space in the room I gave you. Strength will come to you as steadiness, not as a constant shout. Your future does not need you to be dramatic, it needs you to be deep. I am deepening you by anchoring your yes in values instead of moods and your no in clarity instead of panic. You will be surprised at how little you need others to understand your choices for them to be real. Your obedience is not a committee decision. Your peace is not on a ballot. Bring your questions to me and bring your answers to the day. Let people watch the fruit and argue about the seed, your tree knows where its roots drink. Prepare your space without ceremony. Sweep. Fold the fabric. Place clean water where you can reach it. Make a small room for joy to sit when she arrives. You will not need to build a stage, you will need to set a table. Joy prefers tables. She likes chairs that have been wiped and a plate that does not wobble. She will bring a song that sounds like your childhood but healed. She will teach your shoulders to drop and your jaw to unlock. She will make your mirror gentler and your footsteps less rehearsed. When she speaks, do not argue. Receive. So open. Not recklessly, but fully. Open your door with steadiness. Open your hands without dropping your crown. Open your mouth when truth needs a witness and keep it closed when gossip begs for your participation. Open your plans to new routes and your routines to necessary rest. Open your heart, yes, but keep the latch of wisdom in place. Love does not require self-erasure. If what is offered is good, you will not need to beg it to behave. If what is offered is false, you will not need to argue it into honesty. You will recognize it by the rest it brings or the rest it breaks. This is your day, not because it flatters you with attention, but because it fits you with assignment.